Hi, I'm Carehart and the founder and chair of the board of the Disabled Artists Foundation. In the Disabled Artists Foundation, we provide artist packages and happy packs. The happy pack for this month is a kit that's a little ahead of time because technically Day of the Dead is November 1st and 2nd, but I'm not going to get this to them in time for them to celebrate that. So it's the October kit. I've included information about Day of the Dead in the kit itself that they can read. And even if you don't have the same beliefs, it really is a great opportunity to remember and celebrate those who are no longer with us. So hey there, Laura, in the Day of the Dead package, that's the happy pack for this month. The kits are almost identical. One item varies from kit to kit, and that's because it's amazing, but I ran out of folders. You know, the folders, like they fit into the hanging folders, the sorting folders. I don't even know what you call them, but that's a part of this month's package. But so what happened is you will either get one with color or a manila one, but literally it took exactly the number of folders I have. And that's how you always know you're on the right track, is I always end up with exactly the number. So I went ahead and purchased for every single happy packer a set of colored pencils. These are Target brand Mondo Llama, or I don't know if it's Target brand, but I found them in Target. It's a 12 pack of colored pencils. That's what I'm going to be using today in my kit. I'll save this green one for someone else because it is kind of fun to have a different color manila folder. And the one I'll be working on today is the regular manila color. But it doesn't matter which one you end up with. It really doesn't matter. Let me get my toy over here and quiet because we need to play. We don't need any shenanigans interrupting us. Okay. Are you ready for everything in the kit? Everyone's going to get a brand new pen because you're going to need some ink for this project. This, you get to find out what this is for later. Are you ready? We'll do that one first, actually. Now, for some of us who have lost folks, Day of the Dead, something very important for you to know about it is it's not a sad day. It's a happy day where, look, my numbers are all out of order, but it's not going to matter. It's fine. It's a day where you celebrate those that you love. And what I included in this kit is from ESL.com. It's adjectives to describe character and personality of folks. This is something that might be kind of fun for you to do, is to describe the folks that you would like to celebrate on your Day of the Dead. Okay. What else is included? A little bit of scrap paper. You're going to need it. Wait till you see what we do. You have 8 different sugar skulls that you're going to be working with. I would be playing festive music in the background because I really feel like this is the kind that needs festive music. But let me show you something very cool. Look at that. It's the mirror image. You see, that's the first project we're going to do, is pick one skull and you want to color it and its mirror image. And then that's the first project. And then your remaining 6 skulls, because there's 8 total, you don't have to color them identical or anything like that. But the thing that you're going to need to pull from your own inventory is a pair of scissors. Okay. So these are not fussy cutting scissors, but that's what they're going to be used as today because not everybody has fussy cutting scissors. Okay. So I did not cut out the skulls for you. If you need help and can't use scissors, then please make sure you get a hold of someone who can help you with your scissors and cutting out your skull. I need glasses for this because I did not do this in advance. It would be nice if I did the magic of television and cut it out in advance and all of that, but I'm not going to do that. And on this rose, for me personally, I really don't want the rose in his mouth. So you guys can fussy cut the rose if you want to, but I'm taking that rose out. I know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this cute little guy with the rose in his mouth and the diamond on his forehead, and just cut him out. Here it comes. It's walking down the street, singing a love song. Okay, that one's out. Rose guy, let's go find the other rose guy. Here he is. We're going to trim it the opposite one. For those of you who are coming to the auction on Saturday, oh, yep, this will be available for auction. Even including the cute little story. So a college kid here locally did some volunteer time this month and helped me pack the hardest bags. And most of the hardests already have their kits this month. The hardest bags were different this month. They received paper, a little toolbox, a graphic 45 sticker sheet. The paper was generously donated by Prima Paper. But all that Prima Paper will eventually make it into the hands of the happy packers. All right, here's our guy. Now what matters? Are you ready for this? You want him to be kind of the same on both sides. If he's not perfect, it's okay. It's totally okay. All right, let's turn this off. You can save that rose for another project if you did what I did and just didn't use the rose. Yep, a little bit of scrap trash. It'll be fine. Okay, let's put our other skulls over here. Ooh, we're going to be doodling. That's going to be fun. All right, so now I literally am just going to color. Oh my gosh, that's right. We do have another chance to win the Timmy Vagabond. Okay, here we go. I just take them all out. I don't have any real process. And I'm not a great colorer, but nobody needs to be a great colorer right now. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this to bend so you can get closer without it being totally in my face. All right. Well, I think he needs to be cheerful and bright eyes. And I need my glasses back on to even color. So let's put some yellow around the outside. And I am going to be coloring very fast because we have a lot of coloring to do, but you guys take your time. I have a few more kits today to finish prepping in order to even be ready for the auction preview. Isn't that crazy? All right. Don't have to be the same, but I'm going to make my little guy the same for right now. That's because that's what I feel like. Please ignore my glue fingers. I just made a toolbox. Oh yeah, and that toolbox is going to be in the auction too. The kit. It's a little wooden toolbox, and every single hardest got one that I sent to, unless they can't do sharp objects. But I did it in such a way today on the tutorial that they have the piece of paper I used. Most all of them should have washi. I used washi for that one. You could use washi here, but you don't want to. Oh my gosh, you guys should tell me what color to do things. Wouldn't that be fun? How about you guys in the audience? I know, right? We don't need to be good. Okay, I don't want my diamond to be a normal color. Let's have a green diamond. And so I'm just going to take and color this dark over here, dark over here, a little lighter, lighter. My hubs loves to color. So back to Day of the Dead. I like the idea of this one reminding me of my father, who's since passed away. And he had so many wonderful things to celebrate. I have a good story about my dad to talk about. So when I was a kid, we were driving down the road, and it was nighttime, and it was winter time. And he had only one jacket because we grew up without a lot of funds. And he pulls over to the side of the road. We were driving the van at the time. He pulls over to the side of the road, gets out of the van, walks up to a complete stranger, takes the jacket off of his back, hands it to the man, gets back into the truck with no jacket. I don't even remember when he ended up getting another one, and just drives on like nothing happened. Just drives on. And no word was said about it because that's just the way he was. You know, I think I want, I don't know that I want to use the brown. Do I want to use, okay, somebody tell me where to use the brown. All right, we're going to use this light brown as the vein inside of these leaves. These skulls are printed on cardstock. That way they're durable enough to do the project we're about to do. Okay. Put the little leaves right here. Yes, I'm coloring outside the lines because I feel like it. It's perfectly fine. Well, hello, Jean. Jean, Arlene, Laura, and Olga. Aren't these kits fun? I wanted to get the hardest packages out really, really fast. And my reason for that this month, oh, we need blue stars. Let's do blue stars. Is because shipping rates went up, and it would have cost me 70 cents more per package because paper's heavy and it was in a 13 by 13 by 1 box. And it would have cost me 70 cents more per package if I would have shipped it out even Monday. Did have a couple of them go out Monday of this week, but all the rest were shipped on Friday of last week. Oh, my stars. The blue ones are done. You know you wish you were coloring. Go get your coloring book and start coloring. Then I actually think it's kind of fun when we craft along with each other. The nice thing about this particular craft is it's not one, it's two. And if all you wanted to do is just color, then you don't have to do any of that other shenanigans. Okay, we're done with the little stars. Now, I really feel like an orange flower is coming off the cheeks. What are you thinking about that? You like the orange flower right here? So I lived in Arizona for about 20 years. And when I lived there, there were no events where we celebrated Day of the Dead quite like some of the events that I had heard about. But there's a whole process that goes behind it. And when the folks are celebrating those they've lost. And it's a great time to, even if somebody drove you crazy and they passed away, it's still good for you to think about the wonderful aspects of who they were. Just like the yin and yang of things, too. I mean, did you know that Day of the Dead originally was something that the Aztecs celebrated? And then when Catholicism came there, to what we call Central America, even though continentally we really only have North and South America, but hey, we'll just do that. But Central America, that Catholicism blended with what the Aztecs had already celebrated, and that's where the Catholics and your All Saints Day comes from. All that history, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm a slave driver, right? I'm telling you, you guys won't believe how many amazing kits that Jean has created for this auction. This is absolutely amazing, and it has to be my favorite auction of the year. Let's do the bright green. Let's do the bright green and go after all the leaves left on this picture, just because I want a little bit of everything in here. I know someone's yelling at me for something I'm doing here, but they'll be fine. What else? It's hard to color anything on this bottom part here. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I kind of want to pull the yellow back out and give the skull yellow teeth. Do you want a fun fact on why my teeth are so yellow? It's not really a fun fact. I guess it's a cranky fact, but for a person with a migraine, it's actually really, really hard for me to brush my teeth. It's one of the sensations that makes me crazy. And so if I need to be productive that day, I can't brush my teeth in the morning. I just can't, because it's one of the worst sounds and vibrations for me personally. So when you see me in my videos and you say, oh my gosh, why does she show those yellow teeth? It's because I am who I am, and I'm happy to even be able to do as much talking as I do. All right, let's just put a little pop of green. Why green? Because I'm kind of remembering my mom right now, and green was her favorite color. She actually loved to craft too. Introduced her to scrapbooking. She fell in love with it, and she's got some pretty cool ones. You know, these flowers need a blue center, bright, shiny blue, because that's not normal. The theme for this sale is kits, 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 and more kits to make things. And why did we decide to do kits in October? The real answer is because people like to make Christmas presents. You know, I'm kind of liking this blue. Blue is my favorite color. And so we'll color this one out. The thing I love about the Day of the Dead celebration is they have it with full festivities, food, an altar with some of that person's favorite things. I just think that's wonderful. You know, and you drum up all the joyous and happy things of that time, that person or those people. Instead of the sorrow of the loss, you're celebrating the person they were and you were blessed to have the time with. I I do like studying other cultures. Did that long before Defy. And so for those of you who don't like celebrating other cultures, that's okay. Let's do blue again. We want blue right here. It's going to look like an eyeball, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. That's exactly where you need the blue. Right there. I don't know how Jean got so many kits done. Are you guys liking my skulls so far? All right. We need some red, some vibrant. Oh, look at that blue. That's a good blue. Let's put a blue heart right at the chin. Yep. Y'all can't see it very well, but I can. Blue heart right here. All right. Now we have the vibrant red. I'm going to color these leaves dark. Ooh, I missed a green. I'm coloring about as fast as I can because I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to get to the what am I making part. It's so simple. When you see it, you're going to be happy. Okay. So I'm liking how that looks, but we need the green on the leaves over here. We forgot some leaves. Got a little carried away talking about my mom, and some leaves were left out. We can't have anybody left out. I know, I'm so not ready for the preview tomorrow. I don't even have all my kits done. All right, let's do this one a dark red. It's the same colored pencil. I'm just coloring it heavier. I mean, you can blend and mix your colored pencils too if you want to. It's just, I like the saturation of the bright colors on here. I'm going to flip the skull upside down so I can just do this one easily. It's starting to look good. Oh, your daughter loves kits. I love kits too. I have one that is a 3-dimensional storage shelf unit. Has 10 full shelves. 6 that are 3 inches by 3 inches. One that's 2.5 by 3. I think it's 3. I'm sorry, 3 shelves that are 2.5 by 3. 1 shelf that's 8.5 by almost 2. Nice long skinny shelf. Shelf sits the perfect 8.5 by 11. All right, I feel like it needs something right here, and I don't know what that is. So we're just gonna grab a color like that. Woo, that's gonna be orange. And it just wants to come up like this. I'm sure I'm missing spots. You don't need to worry your pretty little head about it. It'll be fine. All right, I'm going to do this one too. Hold your britches. We got some orange on this side. I know, I'm being silly, but you know, when I color, I'm forever young. Actually, I think my everyday is forever young. Just a kid. Forever a kid. So when all these kids are adulting, I'm out there kidding. Wonder if that's the origination of that word. See, that does look better with a little bit of orange around the perimeter there. I think that means it needs orange right here, all nice and dark. Yeah. So that means it needs like a peachy color right in the middle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I blurred the lines right there. All right. Let's get that. I don't have a peachy color. Well, I guess we'll go with this one. Somebody's in their head going, this is how you make it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, are we ready for our yellow teeth? Let's only do like a couple of them because these ones get sunshine. So we're going to put some yellow at the top there, and as it goes back, do the same thing here at the top and gradually make it like your lips are covering the teeth. Oh yeah. You know you wanted to color in some yellow teeth. Now you've got a reason to. All right. I feel like they're colored enough. What do you think? Colored enough? Bye, Jean. All right. Zoom out, y'all. Zoom out. We're getting to the fun stuff. Hold on. Y'all don't want to look over there. Let's fix it. All right. You're ready now. Where did the little piece go right here? Now you know what we're going to make? A tiny little handheld fan. How cute is that, right? You know? Yeah, that's just cute. And then if you have a planter where you have flowers that you're celebrating Day of the Dead, you can poke this inside of there. And I just thought that would be lovely. And so included in everyone's kit is going to be 2 glue sticks. I have to live on 1 for right now because I am not getting up off my tushy to go get another one. So we'll have to do today's whole project. And now the second part of the project, I'm not going to do all the coloring live. Okay, let's try to get it all nice here. Now I do want to put it up a little bit higher than where the neck is so I can go around it. And then this is why it matters that you use the same face in the mirror image. And you can choose any face you want for that. Now when you're done, you can certainly go back and trim off the excess. Okay, I have one that's a little smaller. And it won't hurt a thing to trim off that excess. Okay. For those of you who don't have a bone folder to smooth things out, I have to tell you, most of the time I prefer the top of my glue stick. So how do you like the first part? Yeah, I just like it. Okay, first one's done. We left black and white. All colors and no colors left out of today. Okay, hold your britches. We're going to pretend. We're going to pretend that the rest of my skulls are colored. Okay? Because you guys don't want to sit and watch me color. At least not on this channel. You want to get straight to, after I color it all, what do I do with the stuff and why did you send me these things, right? Doesn't seem like much. This is where I wish I had someone in the background. Well, you know what? Let's fussy cut these real quick because that does matter. I'm going to fussy cut these and set them aside. And you guys are going to pretend that they're colored because I will need them cut out for the next task. Now I am cutting it right on the line. If you choose to cut it outside the line, that is actually a little bit easier. I'll cut this flower outside of the line to show you. Watch your hands if you're new to scissors. For those of you that are new to fussy cutting, I'm going to go back on the skull. For those of you that are new to fussy cutting, you'll notice that I actually turn the paper more than I move my scissors. That allows for just a gradual squeezing of the scissors. And then I'm moving the paper and keeping my scissors pretty straight. So when you hear folks go, I don't have the right scissors for fussy cutting, that matters only if your scissors are too dull to cut the paper, which I've had that. Oh my gosh, I was cutting so much fabric one time that I ended up just totally not able to cut another thing there for a while. And that was fabric month. All right, let's do the same thing for this flower. Let's cut outside of the flower. And it's not going to be exact when we put them back to back on the next part of the project, but we're not going to worry about that. I'm going back to the skull. One of the nice things for those of you with ink pads is when you're done cutting things out, let's say you have like little spots where you can still see the white on the paper. And if you have a black ink pad, then you don't see the white on the edge of the paper if you just ink around the edges, which makes me wonder if that's why people started inking. All right, 2 down, 55,000 to go. Look, we're just gonna take that, put them over here so we don't lose it. And if any of you ask why you don't get your stuff already fussy cut, the answer is, can you imagine how long that would take me to fussy cut for so many people? I just can't. We do sometimes get fussy cuts and donations, and those are wonderful. I tend to give those to the people who are either visually impaired or have serious dexterity issues. And if you guys don't already know this, when people mail to Jean Peter, then most of the stuff goes to the artists. And when people mail to me, from now on, most of the stuff will go to fundraising or happy packs. And if it goes to the artists, then I'll collect it and deliver it to Kim, who helps do the shipping to the artists moving forward. When Prima paper comes in, I'll still do that month, just because that's easier for me than for Jean and Kim. Oh, look, we have that pretty little flower. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to fuzzy cut as fast as I can, but this is as fast as I can go. Okay, so when thinking about character traits of people that you love, people that you know, people that make you laugh, what are some of the ones that come to mind for you guys, given that you were thinking in general about Day of the Dead? And when I think about it, I'll put that link in the video, the one that I printed everything from for the character traits. Shh, she's fussy cutting. We could do this like all ASMR style, and you guys don't have to hear my voice. You can just hear the cutting. Hold on. These next two are ASMR style. Oh, look. Some of them, you'll see that there's like little lines from how my printer decided it was going to be buggy. And there's lines on the pictures. Don't stress about it. That's what a black colored pencil is for. It's all good. Because this one's just in black and white. All right. ASMR time. You're just going to hear me fussy cutting. And if you're watching the replay, you can just fast forward. Okay, what is ASMR? That is where people get this tingly feeling in their head or just in general, absolutely love it. It's the opposite of nails on a chalkboard. It's certain sounds that really activate certain people, and it's different for different folks. Okay, so now we're going to pretend that these are all colored, okay? So let's put our twinsies together, and you'll notice I do have one on purpose, a little bit bigger than the other one in the mirror image. That way, when they go to the back, you're going to have a nice little trim of white all the way around. You don't have to be so perfect. Okay, so here we go. Do the same here. And then this is the other one, and they're mirrored. So now it looks like I have 6 colored skeletons. And what do I want here? Well, that staples is going to be in the way, but if you have other supplies, you can cover this in whatever you want to cover it in. But I thought, why not take this as an opportunity to do a doodle? Okay. And so for each one of these is a person I'm going to remember. And so I'm going to remember my grandmother was tiny. So I'm going to remember my grandmother, my mother, and my father. And I'm going to think of this in such a way that it can sit upright. Okay. And so there's a 4th little section here. We don't need that 4th little section. So I'm just going to fold it over. Actually, I wonder if that would work on this side, because then I can cover up the staples. Let's do that. Not all of them have a marking on the inside. Yeah, we're going to fold this one over, and we just covered up staples. Now, if you want to, make sure it can still fold. You don't want to fold it past that fold point, otherwise it won't fold. You're going to fold it almost up to the fold point of this folder. Okay. And I'm going to leave this be a pocket. So hold your britches because there may be things I want to put in it to remember the person. So I'm just going to carve out the little pulley pocket thing, you know, like when people put something in and pull something out, that kind of thing. Okay. So this one I will do last. I will do these two first. Let's put my grandma right there. And make sure I put the right people with the right people there. Yep, and they fit. So why am I putting it there? Because I want to make sure that it fits. I have like an imaginary little line right here to make sure that I can fold it. I'm just going to fold it to that line. And this one, it does not matter if it goes over the line or not, because it just doesn't. All right. Get a cleaner fold. Don't forget, if you don't have a bone folder, you can use the head of your glue stick. If you do have a bone folder, that's what I'm talking about when I say bone folder, you can use that. All right, it's starting to be a cute little thing, right? If it's folded a little bit crooked, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now this is going to be the front. This is going to be the first page. It's going to be the second page. And this is the third. And now it stands like an altar. Okay. What I want to have here is, and let's just glue this down. To make it a pocket, the easiest thing in the world, you just glue the bottom and one side when it's sealed on the other side. And bam, you've got yourself a pocket. There's other ways to maximize the space of the pocket, but you don't want to glue all the way up. You just want to glue the line here and the line there. Okay. You don't have to make it a pocket if you don't want to. I just did it because I felt like it. Okay. But that's your first piece. And I'm just going to burnish it down. And I don't feel like I put enough glue right there, y'all. You know what? Forget waiting for it to dry. The magic of camera. I'm just going to put this down real quick. Really am not a general fan of these because they don't last as long as wet glue. But it does show you where you glue it down with the wet glue. So you see now? Okay. Yeah, it originates in the person's head. It spreads to the spine and then out to the limbs in some cases. And it's the tingle that some people seek when they hear certain sounds. Like I said, it's truly the opposite of nails on a chalkboard. It's pleasurable. Okay. Let's just pretend that's a glue stick. What are we going to do? I mean, this is kind of boring for an altar, is it not? Well, now you know why I brought this in. So let me just pick one of these pages. I'll pick one of the pages and I'll try to find things about my grandmother. This will be my grandmother. Let's put grandma in the middle. Okay. Make sure that all these fit. They do. Okay. Grandma's in the middle. So I am just going to do just a doodle. I am not a professional doodler. I'm using the pen provided in the kit, and I'm just going to doodle it. Okay. Nothing special. Okay. So when I go to look at this, I'm just going to pick a random page. I got my glasses somewhere here. All right, here's my glasses. I'm going to look for words that remind me of my grandma in a positive way. And I have to tell you, in a positive way, she was fabulously stubborn. So I'm going to enjoy putting the word stubborn. Oh, well, you're saying to me, oh my gosh, that's not in a straight line. I don't even think in a straight line half the time. All right, here we go. What's another one? She was very, very intelligent. And so let's just... Uh-oh. I'm not going to get the NT in here, am I? Oh, I barely did. Okay. So she's very intelligent. Nice sometimes. Emotional, bad-tempered, nervous, mean, distracted, dishonest, rude. Wow, these are some cranky ones. Discreet. She was definitely very discreet. In fact, let's make discreet very tiny. And for those of you who don't know this, that's actually one of our core values in the foundation. So we believe when it comes to some of the stuff that we come in contact with. What does cheeky mean? Yeah, the Doodle Queen left chat. What does cheeky mean? Does anybody know what that means? Cheerful. No, she was pretty cheerful. Definitely energetic. Oh my gosh. We need energetic to just take over. Okay, so she's definitely energetic. Let me untidy, pessimistic, optimistic, unpleasant, talkative. Well, maybe that's where I get it from. Let's just... She was talkative. You don't have to write like I write. You can write however you want to write, whatever it is you want to write. Okay? Calm, passionate. Well, actually, whenever she got excited about something, she was very passionate about the thing. Whatever the thing was. Okay, so she's passionate, proud, sincere. She certainly was sincere. Let's do something upside down here. Only you have to see it, so nobody else has to know what this is. So that's a nice little triangle there. Lazy, lively, funny, silly. Let's go with silly. Okay, I need one more, and we're going to put this one going that way. You know, she definitely was versatile. And so let's make this one nice and bold. I bet you that's a commonly misspelled word, versatile, because it's A-T-I-L-E. Okay. Let's make this all a little bigger so we can party like the other letters. Okay. That's my grandma in a box. Passionate, stubborn, versatile, energetic, sincere, discreet, silly, talkative, and intelligent. All right. So I've put grandma in a box. That sounds kind of silly. So now let's doodle around grandma. And so one of my favorite little shapes is like this. And let's put a big one there, a big one here, a big one there. So you can see that your little black pen is going to do you wonders. And we're just going to carry this around. For however you choose to doodle. This is not a Zentangle class or anything like that, so I'm not going to go anywhere near that. In fact, there's all kinds of rules about what you can and can't do on those. But some of the doodles they do some of us have been doing long before Zentangle was ordered. I think I have a couple that are my favorites. Nothing complex today. I'm just putting a couple of shapes out. All right, that's Grandma. All right, let's do some lines over here. Lines over here. I don't have to say lines over here every time, do I? It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be fun. All right, so let's just do what one of my teachers did years ago and just order this baby. You can shade it all if you want to. For now, I'm just going to do a quick one to give you an idea of how it's going to be. And if you really wanted to celebrate the whole Day of the Dead, I would bring a few items of things that my grandma liked. One of the things she loved was her ear bobs, her earrings that were clip-on earrings. They always matched her outfits. Absolutely fantastic. Fun to pick on her about her and her matching ear bobs. You know, in a good way, not in a bad way. Oops, I closed that loop. We'll just close this one here. All right, so what do I want to do now? Let's just make this a line for half of it. And yes, I color outside the lines a lot. It just happens. My stripes aren't even straight. It's all good. For someone who loved black and white, this one feels like it honors her. She wore black and white all the time. So you guys, and whatever it is that you're thinking about, you can come in and you don't have to limit it to the pen. Color in their favorite colors. Doodle with your colored pencils. Take out your markers because it is the texture of the thickness of a folder. Layer it with their favorite colors in paper. However you want to decorate this. It's just for this one. This is what I felt like putting in here. All right, so I'll go sideways till I feel like it. I should have put something behind it, which I'll do. Let's do this one now. I am in a Zen zone. I can feel myself just enjoying the doodles, which is part of why you're doodling. Because when you create art, there really is a science behind it. All right. I feel like you need to be tapped all the way to there. That one's happy. Thank you, Arlene. Cheeky, impudent, or irrelevant, typically in an endearing and amusing way. Or irreverent. I'm sorry, I thought you said irrelevant. I need to just read my words there. Keanu Reeves has a band called Cheeky Monkey. Oops, that one's a little crooked. Not going to worry about it. All right, so you get the concept of doing your doodles. Yeah, let's do this one first. Just make that one nice and long. Do the same thing with this one. Yeah, forget it. I'll make it go this way because I feel like it. It's your doodle. You do what you want to do with it. It's cute enough. So this is where I'll stop with this one. And the next one, let's go to my mom. So let's just go to 2. All right, so humble, friendly. Friendly, she'll strike up a conversation. Oh, let's do our little border. So how do we want to do her border? Let's give her a circle. That's a crooked little circle, isn't it? So let's give her another circle. And wait. Another circle. There we go. That feels good to me. All right. So we're going to give her friendly. Let's stick friendly over here. Okay, so she was very friendly. Definitely very frank. So I'll put Frank right here. I'm trying to go faster for you guys because y'all don't want to see me write words down. Obedient, honest, fearless, unfriendly, generous, very generous. And so let's give her a good generous right here. Compassionate, warm-hearted, dishonest, disobedient, straightforward. She was certainly straightforward. And let's turn this one into an arrow. Right, so we'll just put an arrow right here. And so she was straightforward. And now let's get some swirly, curly ones. Imaginative for sure. So let's doodle outside. So here we go. Let's put like a little star above the eyes to bring us back to childhood a little bit. I would say also helpful. So let's just use the shapes next to me here. And helpful. I'll write that one twice. All right, I'm feeling good with this one. I kind of want to write upside down the word persistent because that one's on here and she certainly was persistent. So persistent. All right. It's in the happy pack for this month. All right, so this one, it will fold like this when someone puts it away. When they take it out, they can make it like an altar. Okay, so now let me do simple doodles, right? So this is a circle, so I'm going to make little dots. I am not the doodle queen. You guys doodle however you want to doodle. And I think it's okay that some of us are not as amazing at crafting. Decent at making kits, not all that amazing at crafting. All right. Let's just put a little dot here. And carry out the little stars wherever I feel like it. And she loved Disney World, so if I was to bring up something of hers, it would certainly be a Mickey moment, right? So a little bit of Mickey right there. Okay, so let that go. And now my dad. Let's go on the inside of this. We can pick anything in here. And you guys do whatever people that you think of. And it doesn't have to be someone that's family. It can be someone like Princess Diana or Mother Teresa or Prince, for that matter. It can be anyone that you want to put in here for your, I forget what it's called, your little piece right here. All right, you would decorate the back side as well. And this is just, I'm probably not doing the kit justice, but it is okay. So for my dad, let's do, so we have a square or more of a rectangle and a circle. So let's give him something like a stop sign. And I'm going to see if I can just start writing his in a circle. So we'll start, actually, let's do it on the outside of it. He's hardworking. He was creative. Broad-minded. Very faithful, both in religion and to mom and to family. He was kind. He had a fear of speaking, and in order to help the homeless, he had to be courageous and even talking. Loyal to all he loved. Extremely modest and humble. Tidy, confident, cheerful, attentive, imaginative, attentive. reliable, careful. It's quite a list for him, huh? Gentle, reserved. The man barely spoke. That's why I'm putting reserved. Oh. Fair-minded. That looks like a good circle. Let's see if I can get one more because I put a dash here. I think it's okay to say he was timid because that's very true. Okay, so we're done with this one. And, you know, kind of like Mom's, we'll do like a little flower. And then I have no idea what I feel like doing on the rest. So we're just going to do a couple of flourishes. And yes, it's messy, but it's fine. Works for me. Okay, so these are my doodles. And I just feel like it needs to be finished in the corners. And then these are the people they're going to represent. Where's my little bit of paper here? Again, pretend we're all done with this now. Pretend these are all colored in. You can even color this to the max. You can put all the pretty papers on it. You can do flips and extra things all over it. But what you do want to do is take your little tabs right here, and I'm going to cut it in half. And this is where, you know what, I think I'm going to go back and put in a single sheet of paper so you can cover the back side of these. Yep, that's what I'll do. So picture this, it's a single sheet of paper. For now, let me see if this would even work. Yeah, it might work. But I'm not going to use it. Let me get a piece of paper like what you're going to end up having. You'll get a sheet from Collage. I just decided that goes in the package because I feel like it needs to be finished on the back side. Okay, so this Collage paper is Prima paper. It's 12 by 12 cardstock. You can use either side. Might be kind of nice to do that actually. And then it makes more sense. All right. So I'm going to cut this into 3 strips. And I'm going to glue it to the inside of your faces. Okay, so let's take your little story and get our glue sticks. And now I can't wait to see how you guys do them. Okay, one side's a little smaller, allows me to center it better. There you go. And it's going to go right here. All colored. Same thing here. Your matching piece. Now, if you have someone helping you, you can definitely line it up and match it yourself. Because even if it's a little bit crooked, like that one's a little bit crooked, that's okay. And the same thing here. The thing I like about this is you're kind of introduced to another culture a little bit. You know, you may even decide to do the celebration November 1st and 2nd and having this all prepared for you. You may be able to think about greats of the past, some people that have made great changes in our world. Okay, and this should be, yeah, it's just a little bit too narrow, but I'm not going to worry about it because I can line it up twice. Let's see how wide it is. 4.5 inches on the dot. So I'm going to do 4.5 inches this way. No, actually, let's do it this way. And then I will have little edges to be done on either side here, or just leave it plain. I think I might leave it plain on either side. And that leaves you lots of scrapbooking paper that you could use on the other side too if you wanted to. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to again imagine that these are colored. That is the dealio. You're almost done with this. Oh, I see. I'm trying to figure out why is that not working. It's fine. Obviously, I cut it a little wrong, but that's okay. For those of you who don't have cutting mats, You can use your scissors too. And don't forget, this one is a pocket. And so it can hold something else of yours. Hold your britches because I need to fold this so it'll fold in the right way. Actually, we wanted you to fold both ways. So give me a second to get him going. And I glued it all the way to the edge on both sides. Okay. And there's your fold. This one doesn't want to fold both ways, but I'm going to make it listen. All right, imagine the whole thing colored and decorated, and there is your altar, thinking about the individuals that you treasure that have meant something in your life. And then if you ever want to just put it away, you could do a popsicle stick later, but in the meantime, you could actually fold these over if you wanted to. Does that make sense? And so, yep, enjoy your little Day of the Dead project. Hopefully everybody has fun making them. And there's 2 micro projects in all. Don't hesitate to doodle and play. Enjoy the colored pencils. And if you end up making something else, cool, I want to see it. Love and hugs, everyone. And I'm glad we made this together, so I know to add another piece of paper in there. Take care. Bye-bye.